to our show, the YABA TV show. My name is Sia Sia, your host. Today we are in San Bernardino. We are going to talk to interesting people here in San Bernardino, African Americans, our brothers, our sisters, who want to learn more about the African cultures. Today, this show will educate you, will tell you about what people are thinking and what we should be doing as Africans to bridge the gap between Africans and African Americans based on first-hand knowledge, which the YABA TV show has been doing for over many years. But today, our show is special. So tell every single person you know that the YABA TV show is coming your way. We'll be back in a moment.
In Africa, we have a culture. We have names. We don't just give names. You know, I'm not being racist, but we have culture. When you hear our names, you know the names have a meaning. You know, the names do have meanings. So my name, I said, is Oluwatoyin Mixon-Emeseh. I'm your sister from the Motherland, Africa. I'm originally from Nigeria, and I'm still a Nigerian. One of the countries in West Africa from where some of us were taken originally from as slaves many years ago and brought to this land of opportunity. America is a land of opportunity, and so we're brought here. Africa, especially the western part, has been researched and reported to be where humans first existed. I mean, if you look through history, West Africa, the whole of Africa, that is the first place that you could have found human beings on earth. So we are the origination of humanity. I mean, let us see it that way, you know. Let us see it that way, that we are who we are, you know. And, you know, it's people migrated to other parts of the Western world. The way these great people of Africa spread across the Western world is what led to the loss of culture and heritage. It is fine for us to learn about our culture and teach that culture. That culture is a culture of strength. Black, when you go and they say the black stallion, for example, that's strength. That's who we are, the strength. We are not here to cry over spilt milk, like I said. We're not here to cry over spilt milk or, you know, all what we have been crying about. I mean, as African Americans, we've been crying about so many things. But we're not here for that. But to see and act on how we can help ourselves and our future generations. We are extended families, descended from a common ancestor. That's what we are. We from the motherland, and you here, we come from one ancestor. We are brothers and sisters. The Motherland Fan Club is a social networking club for all Africans and African descent. This club is to teach, to learn, get first-hand information about Africa and our people, to erase the stereotype of what Africa is and is not, to meet with all black brothers and sisters, regardless of where you were born, to give our children the opportunity to see and know our story, which shapes our future. The story of where we're coming from shapes the future. We need to let our children know.
Another labisi means increase. I guess when my parent had me, that was when maybe they had a promotion or there was increase in the family. So usually when you have a child, you can know the surrounding or whatever happens when you have a child. Like if you have a child called Remy, it's possible for the woman to have been waiting for a child for a long time. And finally, when the Lord blesses her with a child, she said, Remy, meaning God finally comforts me. So every name in Africa or maybe Nigeria means something. If you have a child and maybe you have a child on the road, maybe you're on the way to the hospital, and unfortunately you couldn't get to the hospital before you had the child, they can call the child's name Abiono. You had the child on the road. So when you name the child, people understand, oh, your mommy had you while she was running to the hospital or something. So usually you can know the circumstance of the birth of a child when you listen or hear their names. So I will talk a couple of things. I will just be jumping little because of time. I will talk about marriage in basically Nigeria, like in a tribe called Yoruba. If you want to get married, you introduce your husband-to-be to your family officially. And when you do that, they know themselves, so you are not doing hide and seek. They need to know who you are going out with. And when the introduction is done, when you're officially known, they can be calling you like the wife-to-be. They call them Iyawo. That means they know you are the one to reign. So after that, they go to the next thing called introduction, engagement. The engagement comes usually a day before the wedding. That's what we call white wedding here. They do the customary wedding a day before the white wedding. The customary wedding is the traditional wedding, where the whole family, the husband's family and the wife's family will come together. The husband's family will travel wherever they are. They have to come to the wife's family house, to ask for a hand in marriage. So, and usually when they bring the gifts to the family's house, it's always a lot. Like they can give out things like yams. They have something like that here, but it's different. Yams can be like a tuber of yam can be as tall as this, like a potato, but big. It can be as, when you want to give a gift to the wife, you get the best, the choicest one. So it can be as tall as your hip, as tall, and they can ask you to bring maybe 100, 40, depends on the family. When you bring that, they share those gifts to every member of the family. So when you get it, you are interested in that new home. You pray for them, and if they have any problem, you are saying, I agree to it, and if there's any problem, I will see to it that everything is okay. So there's connection. What they do, they will bring a fake wife out. And when they bring the fake one, we'll see whether, they can bring an old woman out. You want her? Is that your choice? You say, no, don't even bring her near. That's not my choice. So they bring the original wife out. But if you are the family, maybe you are late for the wedding, for the engagement, they will spread some clothes on the floor. So your family, as you come in, you drop some cash. The cash that they drop, if it's not enough, they won't allow you to come in. It has to be filled. They want enough. And interestingly, the group of people that take that money are the wives in that family. If you are married to a family, during the wedding, you have to be there, because if you are not there, you miss a lot. Like me now, every marriage that is being done in my husband's family, I'm missing, because every money they collect for every wedding, they share it. If they get 14,000, they can get a lot of money. All the wives, if you are married to that family, you share the money. So you see why people go to weddings. It's family connected, and it's something that is cherished. You don't want to miss it.
This is the Motherland's Fans Club, YABA TV Motherland Fan Club. We are going to talk to some interesting people that came out today to share with us the good news about bridging the cultural divide between Africans and African Americans. What is your name, sir?
My name is Rashad Hassan.
Okay, can you tell us why you're here today?
Well, I'm here because I met her, I must say, about 3 weeks ago. And I have to give her this name, Mother Africa. Actually, I don't know how to pronounce her African name.
Oluwatoyin.
Okay, Oluwata. But anyway, she really impressed me when I met her, and it was real clear to me that she was 100% African, okay? And did not try to tone anything down. Very proud African, strong African woman, and I was very much impressed with that.
What do you like most, and what would you anticipate that we do to continue to bridge this gap?
Continue to educate us of your culture.
What have you learned today?
Oh, I've just got a lot of knowledge of our black root, of our history, and I'm very thankful for my neighbor T, and for you, for all of you, for really trying to bring it back to us, and for the knowledge that the young kids, girls especially, in the neighborhood is going to get out of this, because over there where I live, like T was saying earlier, there's a lot of lost souls, and the girls need it so bad, and and the way that you guys are coming through so strong, they're going to get so much inspiration and so much knowledge from you, and I just pray that you guys just keep it up.
What was fascinating, based on all what you heard?
What's fascinating to me is just bridging the gap and bringing back the culture together, just instilling morals and values, to teaching traditional marriage, and just passing it on to our children.
So when you were in South Africa, what really, let's say, what inspired you to choose South Africa among all the African countries?
I actually initially wanted to go to West Africa because I'm from San Bernardino originally, but I was raised, two of my aunties were with African brothers from Nigeria. They have low self-esteem about where they're from, and so I think your organization can help, like the brothers and sisters from the different parts of Africa that happened to locate in the United States and San Bernardino and Los Angeles, that took me up and helped me and taught me a lot. And even the sisters that came into my personal life and loved me and helped me when I couldn't find love. And so I want you to know that I'm fully aware of what you have to offer as Africans coming here to help the Africans that are here that aren't aware they're African.
I've been to Africa 3 times myself. And I think one of the biggest things we need to do in terms of Afro-Americans is go and find out ourselves what it's all about.
Tell me, what's your inspiration when it comes to Africa?
My inspiration is my roots. It helps you kind of understand who you are. You don't know who you are unless you know where you've been. And seeing you.
One of the things I learned, which is so needed, that our young African American women needs to be educated as to the value of their body, the value of their mind. They need to understand that they don't need to just give themselves away. They need to accept and realize that they are a blessing.
Well, keep doing what you're doing. And I grew up in Harlem, New York, and I lived on the 5th floor. And there was a man by the name of Henry Lewis who was from Jamaica, and he was a Garveyite. And at 6 years old, he began to teach me about the Honorable Marcus Garvey back to Africa. And so that's how my roots got started on Africa. And I've been studying about Africa for the last 50 years. And so I think it's a good welcome to bring the African culture back to our people here in America. It's so badly needed.